I seen Michael Jordan play before I came to play with the Bulls. He's a horrible player.
We didn't give a about LeBron. We didn't fear LeBron, and we didn't think that he can beat all 5 of us.
Well, I mean, I don't give a about Bron either. I got 2 more rings than him.
Oh, there's a swing by O'Neal. And they get a blue.
These are NBA legends who hate each other. And I never thought I'd hear about NBA legends beefing over superheroes. Until I learned about the hate between Dwight Howard and Shaq. They were actually beefing over which of them was the real Superman. Shaq first became a super fan of Superman when he began his career on the Magic. And all cause their team was ass, he damn near saved him like a superhero by dominating and helping him win games. So he literally got nicknamed Superman. That name completely took over his life moving forward, and you could tell when Shaq made his way to the Lakers. Shaq got Superman's logo tatted on him, got 2 Superman rings, designed his cars with Superman logos.
Most 7-footers can't fit into sports cars, but I can, and I'm in there comfortably.
And even Superman themed his entire house with basketball courts, beds, fish tanks, movie theaters, and even a real-life replica of Superman in his backyard.
This guy right here, he watches my doc. He's Superman. He sees you.
This man's Superman fetish was real, but as Shaq's basketball career came to an end, another Legends was just beginning. Dwight Howard was not only becoming a superstar, or superhero, when he came into the league, he was following in the exact same footsteps as Shaq, so things got heated fast. Dwight started his career on the Magic, just like Shaq, was a dominant big man, just like Shaq. Dwight was even weirdly obsessed with Superman, just like Shaq. From having a custom Superman-themed bike, to also having Superman statues and a painting of him as the Black Superman. This dude even trains while he's dressed as Superman. It seemed like Dwight was on a mission to actually become Superman at this point, and things got wilder than ever during the 2008 Slam Dunk Contest, where he did something so super, it became one of the most iconic moments in NBA history.
He's gonna put it on, right?
Superman is in the building. He's got the cape moving. He's got it flapping. Oh my gosh. You win, young fella! You win! Superman! Superman is here! Oh my goodness! That is incredible! Are you kidding me? Do you see this?
After the world saw that, everyone knew who the real Superman was, and Dwight even admitted it became his new nickname.
I got the nickname Superman from Soulja Boy because he had a song called Superman. I used to lift crazy weights.
Right. How much could you bench?
430.
Why the hell you need to bench that? Basketball to weigh like 2 pounds?
You're right. That's why my free throws was like that.
Nah, Dwight, your free throw was like that before.
No.
But after Shaq heard that, there was no way he was gonna let that slide. Shaq tried to do whatever he could to make Dwight seem like super trash. Like when he claimed other centers around the NBA who were ass played better than Dwight. Dwight knew the real reason Shaq was hating though.
He's mad about Superman. I didn't know Superman came from Shaquille O'Neal. He's still mad about it. And I always suggest he just sit down and get on with his life.
And yeah, Dwight really clowned Shaq while wearing glasses that made him look exactly like the nerdy dude who turns into Superman in the movies. So all cause of that, Shaq dropped a diss track.
Like I said before, you will get devoured. But don't you ever call me Dwight Howard. That's that boy LeBron. Who the hell is the real Superman? Who the best of the best? I was born with this. I'm done.
Now just think about that. A grown man was really freestyling about how he's the real Superman. I already thought this shit was getting out of hand. Then Shaq photoshopped a pic of him postering Dwight during a game with the caption saying, "There can only be one Superman. #me." Now, part of me feels like Dwight actually liked a man on top of him like that.
Yeah, I'm not gay.
But Shaq was determined to make Dwight hate him by clowning him a million times on TV.
A super travel by Superman. Slow reaction time here for Superman. Superman pulls the chair on himself. Check out this sick dunk by Superman.
Then after he said all that himself, Shaq reposted Dwight getting roasted by corny ass comedians or whatever they thought they were with these jokes.
Speaking of 2004, why that year they ain't let you play more?
I ain't gonna lie, Dwight. You been in the league for a long time, and we don't even know who the hell you play for.
Hold on. He tried with the Magic.
That was tragic.
And then he tried with the Hawks.
That's what he thought.
And then he tried with the Rockets.
They told his ass you need to stop it.
After Shaq posted that, Dwight fired back at him saying, "We can have a roast battle if you want. I got 10 in the chamber for you." which had Shaq clowning Dwight for having no rings when he replied, "I only battle champions, little man. You ain't in my division. You in Charles Barkley division. Focus on getting that ring, brother." Now maybe that last sentence is exactly why Dwight rejoined one of the best teams in the league right after, the Lakers, then not only recreated a Superman dunk at the dunk contest just to piss Shaq off again.
I don't give a damn what he had on. There's only one Superman.
But listen, guy goes into a phone booth, comes out with a cape on with an S on his chest. What was I supposed to call him?
Dwight Howard.
Dwight with a cape on!
A guy wearing a Superman costume. That's how it was, man.
After all that went down, Dwight did eventually become a champion, which Shaq told him to do. Dwight didn't play much to earn it though, and was crying after he accomplished the goal, so Shaq just had to send another shot his way saying, "A lot of players bragging on their little Instagram like they were the reason they won a championship. Sit your ass down, you didn't do nothing. Front runner, bandwagon jumper, post one pick and sit your ass down, shut your ass up." Shaq was just never down to give Dwight any type of respect no matter what he did, all because of their Superman rivalry. But what if I told you an NBA legend hates LeBron James? Because he got the dude's entire life turned into memes. This ain't just a random old head. It's Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, a man many claim is one of the NBA's greatest ever, which made me think he'd actually respect LeBron. Because not only is he also a GOAT, both of their basketball careers were nearly the same. Kareem was one of the greatest high school players ever. So was LeBron. Kareem was the #1 pick in the NBA draft. So was LeBron. Kareem even made a crazy amount of all-star teams, was awarded MVPs, won championships, and even made his way to the Lakers later in his career, and I'm sure you know where I'm going with this. To all of that, so did LeBron. And ironically, that's what led to Kareem not only hating on LeBron, but becoming jealous of him. As LeBron came up and started becoming a basketball god, he climbed the record books while accomplishing legendary things. And it began overshadowing Kareem to the point where dude wasn't even mentioning GOAT debates anymore, even though LeBron hadn't accomplished as much as him. So Kareem already couldn't hold in the hate much longer. Then when LeBron pulled off a clutch moment and celebrated by doing one of the most iconic and banned celebrations, the big balls dance, clearly his balls were bigger than Kareem's or something, cause dude went on a rant.
LeBron was fined $15,000 for doing a big balls dance after the Lakers win over the Pistons. Huh? For me, winning is enough. Why do you need to do a stupid, childish dance and disrespect the other team on the court? It doesn't make sense. Goats don't dance.
Goats don't dance? Man's dementia must have been kicking in, cause Kobe did the same celebration before, and Michael Jordan's documentary is literally called The Last Dance. Obviously Kareem was just taking shots at LeBron for no reason. And a few weeks later, he got even more pissed at nothing when deadly illness was taking over the world, and LeBron kinda made a big joke out of it on Instagram with memes by comparing COVID-19 to the common cold and captioning the post, "Help me out, folks." Now, I was surprised that old dude Kareem even knew how to work a phone enough to see that post, but he was pissed because he's always been a strong voice towards real world issues. He felt LeBron was spreading misinformation and being a bad role model by downplaying the virus. So Kareem not only said LeBron was just plain wrong and that LeBron's meme was a blow to his worthy legacy, reports also came out that Kareem said some of LeBron's actions are beneath him and that some of the things he's done he should be embarrassed about. LeBron didn't even need to respond though, because he knew he was closing in on one of Kareem's most legendary records ever, the most points scored in NBA history, and knew passing that would be the ultimate payback for the hate. So when everyone was anticipating LeBron breaking the record soon, of course Kareem was being brought up to him.
Do you have any thoughts on Kareem, and also if you have a relationship with him?
No thoughts. No relationship.
And after that, another one of the most legendary players ever, also one of Kareem's ex-teammates, Magic Johnson, even knew Kareem was salty his record might get took.
How do you think he will handle that?
Well, I don't think well. I mean, let's just be honest. And the fact that it's a dude playing for the Lakers, too. I think it'll be a hard pill to swallow. He eventually...
Because he's had that record for almost 40 years, Kareem.
And I think he thought he was going to have it forever.
Now, the history wasn't about to get made, though, until February 7th, 2023. LeBron walked in dressed in all black like it was a funeral, because he was about to kill this old man. Funny enough though, Kareem actually decided to show up for the game. Once things got underway, LeBron kept scoring and was inching closer and closer to Kareem's record. So cameras kept zooming in on dude, and every time, this dude was looking salty as hell. Fans were posting about all the times he'd pop up on screen, and I swear, either this man was mad every time, or he was imagining that when LeBron was about to break the record, he'd run out and do this.
LeBron James, a shot at Curry with a block.
Made him earn it.
Either way, LeBron was eventually a shot away.
Coming to the end of the third quarter. LeBron James, a shot at history.
witnessed it. LeBron James.
After breaking the most legendary record of Kareem's life, yeah, he congratulated LeBron afterwards, cause well, he damn near had to or he'd look like a bitch. Regardless, there's no way the hate will ever go away when now LeBron will forever overshadow him. But that hate doesn't come close to the rest of the players in this video. Like one player's beef with a legend made their own families fight each other. But before I get to that, Paul Pierce's beef with an NBA legend got him clowned by the entire world. It shouldn't even be a surprise that there's tension between Paul and Dwayne Wade, because their former teams, the Heat and Celtics, were two of the best in the league at the same time, so a rivalry was sparked when it was a crazy game every time they played each other, and sometimes the two legends would damn near fight. Things eventually got crazier though when rumors spread that Dwayne was secretly trying to recruit Pierce's teammates to ruin their squad, and eventually one of the Celtics' main players, Ray Allen, came to play with the Heat. This led to the Celtics never being able to beat them in the playoffs again, so the Heat went on to win a few more championships. And while Dwayne was thriving, Pierce slowly fell off, got traded over and over again, and was forgotten. Until dude became an analyst on TV and started wilding out by saying crazy things.
We're just getting a taste of him. I'm like, I'm tired of getting a taste of him. I want the whole load.
But one of the most ridiculous things he said sparked some hate.
Paul, riddle me this. Who's the better NBA player?
That's easy. I can say that off the bat. That's me. If you give me Shaq, if you give me LeBron, they did. Call the big three.
What are you doing right now?
If you give me these guys early in my career, I'll be sitting on 5 or 6 championships. Easy.
Now, I'm sure Pierce is like most of us, just trying to hype himself up in front of a thought. We all know how he loves being around girls.
Hey.
No matter what he was trying to do with his comparison to Dwayne though, or however he was trying to look, it only ended up getting him cooked by literally everybody.
Dwayne Wade has 3 titles. You had 1. Dwayne Wade was in the conversation as one of the top 5, top 10 players in the NBA. That was not Paul Pierce.
And since Dwayne Wade isn't here to defend his honor, he's made All-NBA first team twice. Paul hasn't done it. He made All-NBA 8 times to your 4. He's made All-Defensive team 3 times to your 0.
Rough.
He's won 1 scoring title. You weren't able to win the scoring title.
That's too bad.
He has 3 rings. You have 1 ring.
Ooh, 3 is bigger than 1.
Even Dwayne's wife jumped in to say this hate was wrong on so many levels. And after that, of course Dwayne had to let us all know that Pierce was clearly just being delusional because of his hate towards him.
You were talking earlier about what you've learned. I've learned that Paul Pierce is a jackass. Have you ever wanted to just tell Paul to shut the f*** up?
I mean, listen, rent is expensive in America, and I'm living rent-free. It's documented. I don't need to say anything. I'll let you guys go ahead and talk about all that stuff. And everybody mad that I was able to play with different guys. Like, just because I was able to play with Shaq and then able to play with LeBron. It's not easy to play with guys, especially different styles. I got to learn how to play with all those guys, and I did. And so I'm happy with my career, and I don't know who's not happy with theirs, but I'm sorry if you're not, but I'm happy with the way mine went.
Now, like Dwayne said, he actually likes living in Pierce's head rent-free, but at least things haven't turned violent. Because Damian Lillard's beef with the legend made their own families fight each other. Everything started in the 2019 playoffs when during an elimination game, Dame and his squad were up against Paul George and the Thunder. Both teams went back and forth to keep things close until there were only a few seconds left. Dame brought the ball up, Paul was guarding him because, well, he was one of the best defenders in the league at the time, and one play was about to spark some hate.
Lillard, long-range 3, and it's good! At the buzzer! Damian Lillard! Are you kidding me?
A game-winning shot in Paul's face to end the series, and Dame taunted him by waving bye-bye. That type of disrespect would have even hurt me, but at least I wouldn't have been making excuses in the post-game interview like Paul did.
I mean, that's a bad shot. I don't care what anybody says, that's a bad shot. But hey, he made it. That story won't be told that it was a bad shot.
Now, alright.
What?
I don't know how dude could even say a shot that went in by one of the best shooters in the league was a
bad shot.
But clearly dude was just salty, and him saying that had Dame literally clowning his D.
I literally work on those shots, and I don't work on it so I can just come out and just shoot it for the whole game. I mean, for him to say that's a bad shot, I mean, that's just kind of being a poor sport. If anything, it was bad defense.
Now, regardless of who thought what, Paul was traded to another team, so if that didn't make him even more salty, what was about to happen next definitely did. When a rematch between Paul and Dame was taking place, even though this time Paul was with his new squad, the Clippers, the game was once again close until the very end, until Dame, one of the best free throw shooters of all time, stepped up to the line and had a chance to potentially close the game out. But here's where one of Paul's boys, one of the ugliest trolls in the league, Patrick Beverly, started messing with Dame.
To see Doc disagree with the call, usually very supportive of the officials.
His first free throws of the day. Oh. Missed them both.
Both. Dude missed both, even though he never does that. Clearly, Beverly and the boys thought they did something to make it happen, so they taunted Dame by doing Dude's own signature celebrations back at him, by pointing at their wrist, meaning it was Dame time, and even waving bye-bye at him, like Dude did to Paul not too long ago. So Dame clearly took this personally.
Going back to the beginning, like, I missed 2 free throws at the end of the game, which is not something that I typically would do. You know, teams gonna be hype about it. Teams gonna talk trash, but it turned into a taunt, you know, to me when they started tapping the wrist and waving way after the fact. So when I was asked about it, I was like, shots being fired in my direction, I'm gonna fire back facts.
Asking me about Patrick Beverly, who I sent him home before at the end of a game.
It's Lillard. He got the shot off. Lillard, good!
Paul George just got sent home by me last year in the playoffs.
Lillard, long range three. That's good! At the buzzer!
And after Dame said all of that, his quote went crazy viral when Bleacher Report posted it on the gram, because it was during a time that Dame was facing opponents in the playoffs that he clearly wasn't gonna beat. So Beverly and George tried completely jinxing him by basically saying he was gonna get kicked out the playoffs and sent on vacation. Beverly commented that Dame was getting sent to Cancun on 3, then Paul said, "You're getting sent home this year. Respect." Now, Dame barely acknowledged Beverly, cause dude's ass. He just replied to Paul by clowning him for damn near going to new teams every time he loses, by atting him and saying, "Keep switching teams, running from the grind. You boys is chumps." Now, I didn't think things could get any crazier than all that, but I'm a YouTuber, not a pro hooper, so what the hell do I know? Clearly the hate wasn't over when a fan tweeted one of Paul's horrible looking jump shots from the bubble, added Dame by asking if it was a good shot, and he responded by saying, "Looks good to me." Then when Paul's squad ended up being the ones who pulled a Warriors special by choking a 3-1 lead in the playoffs, Dame tweeted at that homeless looking ass man who was clowning him earlier saying, "Hey, Pat Bev, I guess I should extend this Cancun invite since I haven't made my arrangements yet." At this point, the hate was for real, and you could tell when things got heated between the players' families afterwards. On Instagram, Dame's sister literally called out Paul and his wife.
You can't talk. You got a whole stripper pregnant, then you wife the bitch. Then look at her lips, look at her face. Come on now, baby boy, don't, cause I'm getting personal with it.
Wait, she really clowned girl like that? To be honest though, she's tripping cause this girl's pretty bad. So I'm kinda glad she got involved to win the situation once and for all when she said, "Somebody come get this cow."
Damn!
Wow, she really said girl looked like. So this beef was over. And they're just lucky Steph Curry didn't get involved, because this man's been shocking the world with record-breaking shots, a wild controversy with Michael Jordan that kept him up at night, and the craziest thing in this video is, just click it and find out, because to be honest, I'm tired of screaming about NBA players for 20 minutes straight and I need to order some Chipotle. Click it.